I'm sure by now many of you have heard of the story of the case with the Chicago mom and her 14-year-old son getting charged with murder of the guy who actually had video of him like sulking her in the face, and you can just hear it sound off. And he ended up, of course, dying because of her 14-year-old son. Well, the news just came out that they dropped all the charges of the mother and the son. Now on the screen, you see the man that's with the white T-shirt on, and it would appear to be a skinny jeans, I guess. He was the guy that was killed by the woman he's arguing with, her son, after he punched her multiple times to the point where her son just took out the strap and just lay him out. Well, it's an article that's talk about this. Now yesterday was my first time hearing about this story. I didn't know what was going on until my friend actually called me and told me about this. And I mentioned, I seen pictures of her, but I didn't know what it was about. But it's an article by, I think, ChicagoSunTimes.com, and it titled "Prosecutors Drop Charges Against Mom, 14-year-old Son in Killing of Man at Hot Dog Stand." And by the way, I actually saw the video, and I don't want to show this video there of him hitting that woman, and also I don't know if they got videos of him getting shot. You could just hear the gun sound off before they cut the video off. But here's the article right here. Citing emergence evidence, prosecutors have dropped murder charges against a woman and her 14-year-old son less than a week after the woman was accused of ordering her son to kill a man who had punched her at a Southside hot dog stand. Carlisha Hood, age 35, appeared in court Thursday on charges of first-degree murder and contribution to a delinquency of a minor. Judge Barbara Dawkins ordered Hood held on a $3 million bail. Hood's next court date had been set for next month, but prosecutors scheduled a hearing Monday that they announced that they were dropping all charges. They later announced that the murder charges against the teen have been also dismissed. In light of emergency evidence today, the Cook County State Attorney Office has moved to dismiss the charges against Carlisha Hood and her 14-year-old son, the office say in a statement. Based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet our burden of proof in the prosecution of the case, it added. The office did not specify what new evidence led to its decision, but it comes after a video surfaced over the weekend that appears to show Jeremy Brown, the man who was killed, punching Hood immediately before he was shot. This happened during June 18th. So this happened like over a week ago. The video, widely distributed on social media, was apparently shot by a bystander and does not show the shooting. The incident also captured by high-definition surveillance camera, officials said. In presenting the case last week, prosecutors say that Brown, 32, punches Hood in the head at Maxwell Street Express at 11656 South Halsted Street after the two got into an argument while waiting in the line for food. Now, this is a part of the video I did saw where he was arguing, telling her to get her food if you say something to me. Now, that part I did see right there. If you say something to me, he swore on his grandmother that he was going to punch her, and he did just that. Hood texted her son and had him come into the restaurant as the argument turned physical, prosecutors said. The boy took out a gun and shot Brown in his back. Brown ran from the store as Hood's son allegedly continued to fire at him. The teen and his mother followed Brown into the parking lot where she told her son to keep shooting Brown and to kill him, prosecutors say. Mm, wow. Hood also was accused of telling her son to then shoot Brown's girlfriend and of trying to take the gun from her son afterwards. The two left the scene and went home. Prosecutors say Hood had a valid firearm, owner's identification card, and a concealed carry permit. She had no previous criminal records. Okay, but you let your son shoot the gun. I mean, I understand the reason why you allow your son, I guess, to help you out, whatever. But you just let your 14-year-old a 14-year-old son carrying a gun around him. That's not cool. Now, I'm not taking any sides, of course, but like, let me keep reading this right here. Almost finished. Hood didn't answer question as she walked out of the county jail Monday afternoon. She and her family later declined to comment outside of their home. Brown family also declined to comment. And that's the end of the article. So, what have we learned? Well, you know what? I've seen the video and it was very disturbing the way how he was punching that woman in the face. And you can just hear, I mean, from where the standpoint where the cameraman stand, you can see it clearly. But it was far, but it was pretty, it wasn't far, but it was in communication range. And the way how he swing and hit that woman, you could just hear that loud sound off. I mean, you could just hear that the flesh getting punched into. You could just hear the sound of the flesh. And he didn't just punch her one time; he punched her multiple times. And of course, the son just took out a weapon and shoot at him. And like I said earlier, why did the son have a firearm? Why did he have a concealed weapon? You know, it's to the point where in Chicago, and not just Chicago, but certain neglected cities, because I'm gonna call it just what it is, a city full of people who are neglected, mainly black people. It's very telling that they have to walk around the city armed and strapped. Like the police isn't really doing their job, or either they don't really care as long as they meet certain quotas. It's like they want each other in Chicago to kill each other. Now, my main gripe is the man isn't much of a threat after you got shot and he run away from you, and she ordered her son to keep shooting him, then turn around and say shoot his girlfriend. But I heard in other sources she said shoot the other people who saw it so they can just just clear the evidence out. But I don't know if that's true for to target everybody else who was in the store as evidence. Now, if that's true, I don't know. But according to the article, he ordered his son to shoot Brown's girlfriend. Lesson to be learned for this: keep your hands to yourself, because you never know what a person got or carrying. And also, because I know this very common with a lot of women. You know, just kind of in a way, sometimes you just gotta keep your mouth shut. Just shut up. Just keep your mouth shut, because you want to diffuse situation. You don't want to escalate it, because escalating is what led to, the son and her getting in trouble, killing that man. Of course, that's self-defense. I can understand self-defense, but shooting multiple times, and also this guy, I guess he don't want to die, so he just ran from them. So I don't know. I don't really know. I can't really say if she's guilty or not guilty, if she should be in jail or not. Now, the first shot, yeah, I understand. But you're ordering your son to kill a man, just kill that guy. And that son might gonna have that conscious, well, just think about you in Chicago. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure he probably saw so many shootings that happened in Chicago. Of course, I haven't been to Chicago. I've been to Chicago, but I've never been to South Side Chicago, so I can't really say if he has experienced it. But Chicago is very infamous, known to have a lot of shooting and killing and stuff. And the fact that you gotta, now I'm gonna play the other side of it too. I'm gonna get on his side. a little bit. I talked about that 14-year-old boy. It probably best for him to keep shooting him because retaliations happen very apparent in Chicago. Because most of the Chicago killing got more to do with retaliation. Because you never know if that boy might come back and retaliate and come after them. You just never know about that. Or you never know if he's gonna come back and let's say he might be in the gang or something. Or you might know some people that know some people that's in the gang. That may target the son and the mom one day, or the family. They want to take them out of retaliation. So the fact that you gotta take them out, it's sad, but I mean, you just gotta. And I mean, that's just the way how people survive in areas such as that. But the judge dismissed it. I just want to know about the mayor, what the mayor's doing about the violence that's in Chicago, because the mayor got more authority over police officers. They can control what area the police want to guard, because Chicago is known to be very segregated. There's not really much of anything in Chicago. I mean, as far as good jobs, and I'm not saying Chicago, but in Southside Chicago, there's not really much jobs or anything. So of course, people will revert to crime because crime is, especially within the black community, it's relegated to poverty. People doing what they do to survive. People joining in gangs. People robbing people. People defending their homes that they got. I mean, that's like a cesspool of 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 murders and violence and crime. But I mean, shout out to the mom and the son for getting out of that situation and having all the charges dropped. But a lesson learned: keep your hands to yourself, control your temper, just as that temper is what got him killed. And because like you say, you never know who you're dealing with. Try your best to diffuse situations, and also be safe.